Hi there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial, I'm going to give you the 7 hardest interview questions. These questions, if they come up during your job interview, are going to be very difficult to answer. But fear not. To help you pass your interview, I'm going to give you some brilliant tips for answering these difficult interview questions, and I will also give you a sample brilliant answer that you can use that's going to help you be the standout candidate. And just very quickly, if you are new to this channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible to pass their job interviews, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. And please make sure you hit the like button, because that tells me you find the content useful and it motivates me to create more videos for you. Thank you very much. So let's get started and let's take a look at those 7 hardest interview questions. Interview question number 1 of our 7 hardest interview questions is, why do you want this job? Now, it's really important that you tell the interviewer you want the job because you have read the job description and it is perfectly aligned to the skills and qualities you possess. Let me now give you a cracking answer to the difficult interview question, why do you want this job? Here we go. I want this job because, having read the job description, I believe the skills and the qualities I possess are a strong match for the role. Now, this means I will be able to come into the company and start making a fast and positive impact. I also want this job because, having researched your company before applying, you are forward thinking, you are innovative, and I feel this is somewhere I will feel proud to work at for many years to come. That is a brilliant answer to that question, why do you want this job? Interview question number 2 of our 7 hardest interview questions is, what didn't you like about your last job? Wow, that is a really difficult question to answer. Now, don't say anything negative about your former employer, your manager, or your work colleagues, but instead be positive. But also give something that you did dislike about your last job that shows you are an ambitious and driven person. So let me now give you a brilliant answer to that difficult interview question. What didn't you like about your last job? Here we go. There wasn't much really that I disliked about my last job. However, if I had to choose something, it would be the fact that I felt we could have achieved so much more as a company. Now, the company owners were happy with the steady progress the business was making. However, being an ambitious person myself, I felt there were so many more opportunities we could have taken advantage of. Now, that's a clever answer because it shows that you are somebody who is driven and you want to constantly achieve within your role. Interview question number 3 of our 7 hardest interview questions to answer is, describe a time when you failed. That's another really difficult one to answer correctly. Now, the majority of candidates will respond to this tough interview question by saying that they don't fail, they've never failed, and they don't make mistakes. However, this is not the way to answer this interview question. It's really important that you give a specific time that you did fail. However, you should then go on to explain what you learned from the experience. So let me now give you a brilliant answer to the question, describe a time when you failed. Here we go. I recall when I first started working in my previous job, making a mistake which I learned a tremendous amount from. My manager asked me to complete a team task, and in my hastiness to impress her and to get the job done quickly, I failed to listen to the brief properly. Now, as a result, I ended up not completing the task as required. But as soon as I realized, I informed my manager, I apologized for my mistake, and I stayed behind late after work to get the task finished to the requested standard. So that's a brilliant answer that shows that you are somebody who takes responsibility for failure. You learn from it, you apologize, and you then take steps to put it right. So it's a cracking answer to that question. Describe a time when you failed. Interview question number 4 of our 7 hardest interview questions to answer is, tell me about a time when you disagreed with your boss. Wow, this is a really difficult question to answer. How do you respond to that? Well, here's an important tip. Do not fall into the trap of saying you would never disagree with your boss. This difficult interview question is assessing your confidence when it comes to disagreeing with your manager or your supervisor, but it is also assessing how you would communicate your ideas and your suggestions. So you need to be calm and professional when you do disagree with your boss. So let me now give you a brilliant answer to that interview question to help you pass your interview. Here we go. In a previous role, a customer requested a refund on a product they had ordered. My manager asked me to contact the customer to inform them that we would not be willing to refund the purchase on this occasion because there was nothing wrong with the product. Now, I disagreed with my manager's decision, and so I explained to him in a calm and professional manner the reasons why. I told him that the refund was only for a small amount and that we should refund the customer because by not doing so could cause negative consequences for the business. Not only would the customer never shop with us again, but they would also probably go on to leave a poor online review that could impact negatively on future sales. After listening to my opinion, my manager agreed it was the right thing to do to refund the customer. So that's a brilliant answer to that very difficult interview question. Tell me about a time when you disagreed with your boss. Interview question number 5 of our 7 hardest interview questions to answer is, how do you respond to criticism? This is another very challenging question to answer correctly. Here's an important tip. Now, this difficult interview question is assessing whether or not you are somebody that is willing to listen to other people and take on relevant advice and feedback when appropriate. Therefore, it is essential you are positive about criticism and that you seek ways to embrace it. So here's a brilliant answer to the interview question, how do you respond to criticism? I view criticism as an opportunity for me to improve and develop. For example, if my manager or another member of my team criticizes how I perform a task or how I carry out my duties, I will always ask myself what I can take on board from their advice to develop professionally. I believe we all have a responsibility to use feedback to our advantage and to help the team we are a part of move forward and progress. So that's a great answer, a mature and professional response to the question, how do you respond to criticism? Interview question number 6 of our 7 hardest interview questions is, what qualities do you have that will support you in this role? Now, sometimes this question is posed as, what are your strengths? Now, my advice is to tell the interviewer you have 4 great qualities and strengths that will guarantee you can add value to their business in the role. So here's a great answer to that question, what qualities do you have that will support you in this role? Here we go. There are several qualities and strengths I possess that I think will add value to your company. I am a strong collaborator who understands how important it is to always focus on the team's objectives and to ensure you support your co-workers. I am very good with people, which means I will always provide excellent customer service, and I will find ways to ensure the longevity of each customer increases. Being a creative person, I will always focus on helping the business to increase sales, whilst at the same time seeking ways to help you save money. Finally, I have the strength and quality of taking responsibility for my own learning and development. This means I will always take steps to learn everything needed to consistently perform to a very high standard in the role. That's a great answer to that difficult interview question. What qualities do you have that will support you in this role? Question number 7 of our hardest interview questions to answer is the really difficult one, that is, what's your biggest weakness? Now, it's really important that you give an honest weakness, but remember to tell the interviewer that you are taking positive steps to improve. That's really important. Also, make sure the weakness you give is not a match for the job description. So let me now give you 2 example answers to the question, what's your biggest weakness? The first one is a generic response that is perfect for all job roles, and the second one is for freshers or those people who have no work experience. What's your biggest weakness? Here's the generic response. My biggest weakness is that I find it hard saying no to people. Now, sometimes in the past, I have taken on too many responsibilities because I have said yes to virtually everything that comes my way. I need to learn to be more mindful in situations like these to make sure I only take on responsibilities that I know I can successfully complete on time and to the requested standard. That's a great answer to that question, what's your biggest weakness? And it can be used for all job roles. Now, the second response is for freshers or those people who have limited work experience. Here we go. What's your biggest weakness? My biggest weakness is the fact that I currently lack any type of leadership experience. I haven't yet taken the lead during tasks or projects, but this is one area I am keen to develop. Therefore, if I am successful in the role and there is an opportunity for me to take the lead on a project, I would be more than happy to do so. So that's a great response to that question, what's your biggest weakness, that's suitable for freshers or those people with no work experience. So there's 7 answers, brilliant answers to really difficult interview questions. Now, if you want to download these responses and more interview questions and answers, make sure you click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video. Head through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download my full set of 30 interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones I covered within this presentation. It's a brilliant resource. You can have it within your inbox literally within 2 minutes from now, and it's going to make you the standout candidate during your interview, so make sure you check that out. Finally, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's really important because then I can notify you straight away when I upload further videos that are going to help you to pass your job interview. Also, make sure you hit that like button, and if you are on LinkedIn, make sure you connect with me on that platform. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video, and it's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching and paying attention, and I wish you all the best for passing your job interview. Have a brilliant day.